what I told Voltaire when we started doing this. If we're going to do this, I think we should go the Kyle way, stay independent media. This is dangerous. It was a targeted assassination. That's very dangerous. That's a definitive statement. Based on
he's saying because
video.
Of the
and this is spin and framing. Before I even watched this video, I saw him doing on this X, and I was hoping he wasn't going to do this, because on X he was at least saying this seems like, or it is, or someone else was. So Kyle, I still think you do great coverage. This doesn't erase your channel or anything, but doing this is very dangerous when people are scared, they're amped up. There's protests going all over the place, and saying that he was that, really bad. Voltaire, your first thoughts on that before I even watch the video. I don't like, whereas I don't, now maybe he'll redeem himself in the video, but there's not, it wasn't, was it? He is saying it was. And that you're saying when you're talking about targeted, that very dangerous.
Yeah. So I've already seen the video. I'm the one who brought it to your attention. So I've already seen it. But I will say, Kyle, I've watched him for years. He's become more and more biased and less objective over the years. He's still better than most, I will say, but he's done some extreme things.
I disagree. I don't think he's got, but this is a bad moment right now, but he's also, I do feel he's extremely emotional because I still am. I still don't like that this guy passed. I'm still emotional about it. I'm more conflicted than I was before. Before I just thought a good Samaritan that was a peaceful protester was helping a woman in distress crying after she was sprayed and knocked on the ground by ice.
Well, he still was on that in that occasion.
Yes,
so far as we know.
There's a history there though, and who knows if it's the same ICE officers that recognized him. And that also could have
that's still not targeted.
Contributed to the aggression. We don't know.
Yeah, but that's still not what Kyle is saying.
Yeah,
and you're right. That's
if we go like this and we just say definitively it was. Yeah, we gotta stop this.
Because then you're gonna have people saying, "Oh, I heard that they're assassinating, they're targeting people now," and it's like that's. Like, who said that? No. It's like, well, no, that's what happens.
This significantly takes it to another level when everyone's it's a powder keg. It already is. We're already in kind of a civil war. I know Tim Pool's happy. He's happy in his boots. Did you see that video, Voltaire?
Yeah.
Oh no, but okay. Let's go down the line before we watch the video. We'll give Kyle his fair shot to see the context of the video. I know Voltaire, you already saw it. Larry. I am upset with just saying this is a definitive statement. I don't think this is healthy at all. And this is going to get people scared. Your viewers scared. So Midas touch was a smaller infraction. This is dangerous. Voltaire, and this is not going to help me get that interview either. I will say that. And he doesn't need to. He makes a lot of money without helping me. I barely have 150 subs. But Voltaire, what do you how dangerous do you think this is, this type of definitive statement? And when you really show how important news and how important it is to verify things and take out emotion out of reporting when stuff gets this intense. How dangerous do you think this could be, saying it like that?
So here's the thing, like, unlike people like David Pakman or even Tim.
Oh, I'm done with David Pakman.
Right.
He took that APAC money behind the scenes and didn't disclose it. That's the number one rule of being a YouTuber, and YouTuber let him do it because he's a YouTube elite.
Right, but I was saying, like, those guys tend to say things to inflame their audiences, and I don't know if that's for clicks to get people riled up and interested. I do believe, to his credit, Kyle actually believes this, what he's saying.
Okay.
It's still inflammatory, and it's still dangerous for him. He has an influence. He knows that. And him saying stuff like this can influence the wrong people.
This is not, yes.
So this is part of my problem. When everybody is out there calling ICE agents fascists and, 1940s German soldiers and all that kind of thing, it puts a mindset like those are evil, evil people, and you had to stand up to them. So when you're equating these guys to them, there's a level of brain out there, guys. Not everybody, but there's a level of brain out there who hears that and something goes off. I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean?
Justification, just like they're trying to justify Alex's shooting.
Precisely.
You know, this is exactly what's happening on the right. This is why. Okay, Larry, any thoughts before we get into it here?
Yeah, no, I think what you just said is right, and I bet some lefties are going to justify kicking that tail light. They're going to say, well, they're fascists, so good, they're Nazis. You should destroy the car. And it's like, of course we don't believe that. But yeah, I think saying this kind of stuff is dangerous, and I think the people who are saying that they're, it's Germany and all this stuff are the kind of people that say like all cops are bad. And it's like, the ACAB.
I don't think all ICE agents are bad. I think
neither do I. No.
I think that they've reduced their standards. I think the communication's horrible.
I'm sure there's some good ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, but we have to admit, like, that there are cases where you have 25 ICE agents just harassing a dude who's an Uber driver, and it's like, it is weird. I'm not saying you should fight back.
I actually think they showed great. I think the ICE agents showed good restraint in the video that was released today.
Yeah, no, they were. I mean, they were. It was like a friendly thing. Like that's how you got to do.
It wasn't friendly, but they were just.
Oh, I saw one.
When one of them kicked in a taillight. I think they.
That video. Yeah. No, I was thinking about something else.
All right.
Well, I'm curious. Let's see what he says.
Let's see what my boy Cal has to say. I've been a subscriber before you dyed your hair. For
secular talk.
You know how he got his hair like that? Him and his wife. What's his wife's name again? Crystal Ball. Yeah, because I watched Breaking Points, and you actually recommended.
Watching
Breaking Point. You like Breaking Points better than Kyle, right?
Yeah.
Altair? Yeah. Yes. So the reason he got his hair, he started bleaching it, is they did Halloween Saved by the Bell, and he was being Zach. And then I called him.
Funny.
I said he's never going to go back. He said he's never going to go
back.
Really? I said I think
that's funny.
I think he got an uptick in videos, and like sometimes you change your look and you get better engagement. People.
That's so funny.
People are kind of superficial. I'm sorry, they like the look, and he's kept it since. So yeah,
that's so funny. All thanks to
Zach Saved by the Bell is where he started doing the bleach hair. Okay,
that's funny.
What's up, y'all? So, video just came out of Alex Preddy, and it was, I guess, a few days before he was murdered. And he is protesting on the sidewalk with a bunch of other protesters. And I got to be honest with you, he's being based as shit. He is screaming at them. He's saying, fuck you, screaming at the ICE criminals. Fuck you, get the fuck out of Minneapolis.
I agree with that part. You could do that. That's your right. Right, Voltaire? So far, that's fine.
That is your right and arguably your duty as an American.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are fucking criminals. Every decision you've made in your life is fucking shit. Like, he was going in.
Yeah.
But, like, all of it perfectly legal, perfectly acceptable. Just being a douchebag to the criminals. That's, that's good. That's a good thing in my book. And they get in their car to leave. And so he runs up and like kicks the bumper of the car, and
he left out the spitting. Was that intentional? Do you think that Kyle did that? Left out?
Yes.
I think when you try to defend your tribe and your team, you leave some things out. So the spitting was there's two things there that crossed the line: spitting on an officer.
Yeah, that was the first thing.
I will never.
Yeah. The video is from I want to say 40, 50 yards away. Somebody else's.
And keep in mind, the tensions are already high because this is after Renee Good. This is in between Renee Good and when he passed. So tensions were really high there already, right?
100%.
Yes.
But you could hear him clearly, and you see him run up and kick the back of their Tahoe or their Suburban. So they stop, they get out, and then they just fucking beat his ass. And it was like he got jumped. So this is he got jumped multiple times.
I also would criticize him here. I do not think they did it. I don't think they acted inappropriate in that situation. I think the only thing I think that was inappropriate is they should have tracked him, brought him in, and then they could have once they brought him in, they would have saw that he had a weapon. that could have protected ICE agents down the line, and this could have all been prevented if he would have been brought in. I really think
his info down. Take his ID or like write his info down.
And I don't agree that every single person in a protest should be in some database if you're peaceful, but the people that cross the line, absolutely. People that cross the line, absolutely. So I really, if they would have done that, do you think there's a possibility this whole second part would have been prevented, Voltaire, if they would have brought him in?
Yeah, I mean, I want to look into the law. Maybe we can ask AI of what the law is when you're charged, you're arrested, and you're waiting to be, fully tried on something. If you have a conceal and carry, if you're charged with something, do they suspend?
They should look at it. Yeah.
Do they suspend your conceal and carry until you get a ruling?
Can you get your AI ready for that? That would be a great.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, because this is important, because the other reason we use AI, we've done it for entertainment in the past, but to try to be as objective as possible. This is something that AI is good for. Most of the time, depending on who owns the AI, can be a factor too, where it's coming from. But
that's right.
But if it's not a law, I think it should be a law. If you have a conceal and carry and you have an altercation, they should look at your conceal and carry license. Okay, all right.
And this time it was pretty severe. Like 4 of them, 5 of them get out, walk up to him, start beating his ass, and then they just casually get back in their car and leave. And that's where he wound up breaking the rib, which people were talking about the other day, that he had a broken rib.
Which, until we had context, I felt really bad for Alex before we had the context of the video, right, Voltaire?
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
He also took a beating. Yeah, right.
No, but that wasn't out of nowhere that he got a cracked rib. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Thing that everybody's talking about now, which I think is perfectly fair, was this a targeted assassination?
You see, he said it there, was it? But that's not what his title. I don't like that.
It's clickbaiting.
What ICE has been doing, as everybody's seen, they go around recording everybody. They go around recording all the observers, all the protesters, and
which Democrats did for January 6ers, even the people that were peaceful. To be fair, I don't. You think that, Voltaire? Even the ones that were peaceful?
Yeah, and everybody. Palantir.
I think they always do that.
Federal government. You're recorded everywhere now, and there's Palantir's. Their whole goal, in my opinion, is that they're just creating databases on people for whatever nefarious or innocent.
To sell it to sell databases. I don't know, all kinds of stuff.
Westworld. It's Westworld, baby.
That's why you always have the disclaimer: your information could be sold. All this stuff. That's why social media phones are so detrimental. Is they know so much about us, our information. That's why the algorithms work for people.
Why Facebook makes money.
One of them slipped up and literally said, the reason I'm recording you is because now you're going in a nice little database where you're going to be considered a domestic terrorist. And the person was like, what?
Now, to be fair, that's a great freeze frame. This is gonna be the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, please, you have to. That's perfect.
Calling out Kyle Kulinski, the madman from Movie Talk, calls out the political pundit. Perfect.
With his frosted tips.
I love it.
No, let me rewind that a little bit here.
Some of them slipped up and literally said, the reason I'm recording you is because now you're going in a nice little database where you're going to be considered a domestic terrorist.
Now, as far as I know, I heard the ICE say you're going in a database. I didn't know about the domestic terrorist part, so I have to research if he said that too.
He got that from the Midas Touch tweet.
No,
that's my joke.
I think he may have added the domestic terrorist part.
Yeah, well, what would the database be though, Max?
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
ICE, isn't there a different? It's still concerning if you're told that by an ICE officer, but it's a lot more concerning when they add and you're considered this, right?
Yeah.
You're in a database.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, if you come at me aggressively, we're going to put you in a database. That makes sense. And honestly, It'd be dereliction of duty if you don't, if someone's aggressive, if they cross the line, because if something goes down the line, officers, people that protect this country, it's almost like they can be liable for not following through on leads, all these concerns.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Callie knows.
And the person was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why? Because I'm like, using my constitutional rights? You guys are insane. But that's what they're doing. And we know that from Ken Klippenstein and NSPM 7 and like.
But this is nothing new.
Anybody who like opposes the regime is a domestic terrorist. So stop and think about it. You got a guy who's protesting, yelling at and demeaning these ICE thugs. He gets jumped by them, gets his rib broken. He's out there a couple days later. They have him. They have his name. They know he's in a database. And then they roll up on him and basically assault him with pepper spray when he's trying to protect a woman who they show.
There's a lot of leaps there. Roll up on him. He was, even though I think he was exercising his rights, Alex, they didn't roll up on Alex. Alex was there, right?
Conspiracy theory.
No, he's making some leaps here, which is dangerous. Maybe he's not intentionally doing this. I don't think he's intentionally doing it. I think he's emotional.
No, I think he believes that they were targeting and hunting this man.
That's like getting into Hollywood. That's like we should
be
a
like conspiracy theory.
We watch Hollywood movies,
Yeah. Voltaire, do you think that
I mean, they could have recognized them, and that was why the second time was more aggressive. If it was the same, I don't know. But saying that they were like hunting him down,
that's crazy. Voltaire, do you think? Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I just had a question. Do you think that they're gonna say, like, just to look better, even legally, be like, now they can say, like, even if it's not true, be like, oh, we know that guy from the other day, and he's dangerous, so that's why we shot him.
So, I said that, they're gonna have a very difficult time. If you watch the video from Saturday, they're going to have a very difficult time calling that a justified shooting. When they pepper sprayed him, if you look at the video, he's covering his eyes. He's done. He got a good. This is the thing.
No reason to shoot.
If you pepper spray somebody, it takes the starch out of them. They're done. And he's on the ground. He's covering his eyes. He can't do anything. So they're already going to have a hard time. So yes, Larry, if you're a defense attorney, what are you going to say? They knew who this guy was. They saw him 10 days ago being violent, kicking out, spitting, kicking
out. Of course they shot him.
Well, no, they should have done protocol, and I don't know what the protocol is. I would hope that the protocol is to track him, do something with him to de-escalate and hold him accountable for what he did do. Now, what did he do?
You don't get shot 3 times. You don't get shot.
So on the flip side, though, right? This is a very, in criminal court, like, this is a very fine line, because on the prosecutorial side, if they say to them, "Did you recognize this guy?" and they say, "Yeah," okay, so you knew
that could help.
You went in there with a predisposition that this guy's violent, even though he wasn't. So you were predisposed to start being extra violent with him and shooting him. So this is all really intricate.
Wow.
All this is going to come out. Who knew him? Who was there that first video?
And I told Voltaire earlier, I'm like, if he kicked in the back of your car and that's a real video, that's going to get around to the other ICE agents. We had a protester do that. They're going to be talking about it, Even if they don't report it, they're going to like, oh yeah, we got our taillight kicked in. I'm just shocked they let him go.
Yeah.
Which I have major issues with. Okay, let's finish this out, and then if we can ask AI about conceal and carry, if you're reported to the authorities, how that can impact your conceal and carry.
They murder him. Like 8 of them are on top of him, jumping him like they're in a gang, and then they murder him. I think Occam's razor at this point is that this was a targeted assassination, right?
Yeah.
Coincidence that they beat his ass and broke his ribs a few days before.
It's not a coincidence, it's patterns.
Somehow this gets even darker. So you guys know how Trump was trying to like soften his rhetoric compared to J.D. Vance and Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem. And, Trump didn't like don't call him an assassin. Don't call him a domestic terrorist. This is an unfortunate event that happened, but I didn't like that he had a gun. Well, now that video came out, yet again, right-wingers are telling on themselves. And now they're all going like, see, some peaceful protester here. And
That's right. That's true though, Kyle.
Yeah.
That's very fair of them to do that. You would do the same thing about if it was a right winger. You would do the exact same thing. Am I wrong, Voltaire?
No, I see your point.
He would do the exact same thing if it was someone on the other team. Some peaceful
Oh, yeah.
protester. We all did that with January Sixers. I said, yeah, some walk in the park when they're beating them with flagpoles.
Yeah.
That literally happened. I saw the video footage. That literally happened where some of the protesters beat police officers defending the Capitol with flagpoles.
Multiple police officers got beat.
I'm sure some of us at the time said some peaceful protesters when right wingers were acting like it was a walk in the park.
I said much worse than that. I said it's a riot. It's a insurrection.
There was more like it was definitely a riot. It's there's different takes on if it was an actual insurrection.
But the thing is, it's still unfortunate that Babbitt girl died. That's not okay. I'm not like, oh, it's good for her. I'm like, I guess I understand, but
I was unsure.
I understand.
I was unsure if I wanted to bring Ashley Babbitt. I still think there's more to the Ashley Babbitt thing because they were protecting the Senate. It was like the door right before that.
Oh, I understand.
One shot, and it was a lot of people. It's still very tragic for sure.
Yeah, no, it's more understandable.
They
shot into a crowd.
At least there's an argument that it's a different scenario.
Yeah, it's a different scenario. But I'm just saying I don't celebrate her death.
No.
And it's kind of like it is a different thing, but it's just like Kirk. I don't celebrate his death. He sucks, but
I don't celebrate his. I don't like what he said. I actually think he was getting better towards the end. He was getting more nuanced. What do you sell, Voltaire? Some of the footage you've seen of Charlie, he said some horrible stuff in the past, but that was his right.
Yeah.
But then he was also reaching out to the other side and talking more. I still don't like his views at all. But to say, some peaceful protester, that's an accurate statement. Even a lefty could say that. He wasn't some peaceful protester. Okay.
And now they're all going like, see, some peaceful protester here. And Trump reposted a tweet that called him a
he's doing off the Midas touch.
He's saying it. I'm telling you, this is where he got it from. I was right.
Oh, that's a good fuzz too.
Oh, that is good. The OK symbol is kind of racist, though.
Well, now that video came out,
come on, Larry.
No, when it's intentional.
Now they're all going like, see, some peaceful protester here. And Trump reposted a tweet that called him a domestic terrorist. So now Trump has done a 180, and he's going, yeah, fuck it. Like, he's a domestic terrorist.
He did not say that.
Maybe Midas Touch got it from...
No, he
got it from him.
Week. Trump was definitely guilty of doing this last week, and he was definitely guilty of saying retribution time. But this week, for whatever reason, he's probably got ulterior motives. He's got other things cooking. That's my speculation, but he's actually doing good PR. I mean, as good as he can during the situation. Voltaire, what do you think? Since it's become a huge story, the way Trump has been answering the question. I still don't like what he says, but he did not say that.
This is my problem with Kyle. There was a time where he would have fact-checked that tweet just like you did. Instead, he just saw that tweet and was like, okay. Where do you think he got that data from? He saw the Midas Touch Brothers tweet. He follows them, guaranteed.
This is disappointing. We got to be better. If we really want to be pro-bros and progress and actually de-escalate things and examine things and learn, I want to learn. I want to learn how to make America better again. I want to actually learn how to make America great again because it's not great right now for me. And for a lot of people and for all Americans. That's my big, besides all the other things I think about President Trump, I think a real great president is a president for all Americans and doesn't put preferential treatment over which team.
Definitely.
What do you think, Voltaire? It's hard to do, but I think that's the level of a great president.
Yes. Yeah, well, a uniter is what you want.
Yes, a uniter. I think that really shows a great man or a great woman. What a great person, a uniter instead of a divider. But
Melania said we need unity.
I gotta
when she
release
was asked
this.
about
I
it.
gotta release this video, and should I even tweet at him? I don't know if I should do that or not. He's just like this little channel with 150 subs is trying to get my attention. I've subbed to you for years, Kyle. I've subbed to you for years.
I think you should tweet at him.
I'll be polite.
Maybe do a short and then tweet that at him. You know what I mean?
Max,
it's going to be an hour long video.
I mean, this isn't. I don't know what he can honestly say. F off. He can honestly.
Max, tell him if he comes on your show.
Nah,
if he comes on. No, don't beg. No, tell him if he comes on your show, you will make your hair blonde.
Ooh, I don't think he cares
for the show.
You could just ignore me forever. All right, let's see what he has to say here.
Guys, this is who they are. Like they think they're vindicated now.
They do think that, yeah. A lot of them.
And you yell at the ICE Gestapo thugs, and you kick a fucking bumper of a Suburban, that the appropriate punishment for that is murder in the street.
I do agree with that. I've seen a lot of that from right-wingers today. See? Justified.
That's crazy.
That's not justified.
That's crazy talk. That's like what they said about George Floyd. It's like...
Because there's a lot of people that are very pro police and law enforcement, which is great. There's a lot of great officers and people that serve this country out there, but that think just because someone has something in their history or they have some mental issues or they have a previous track record that justifies what happened to them. No,
of course
they still deserve their day in court and they deserve representation. And that's why I'm even including, like, we got to rethink about who we consider serving this country, Voltaire. I really do. Because yes, armed forces, the police, they serve this country. But I also think medical professionals, teachers, anyone that helps society as a whole. I know lawyers and attorneys get a bad rap too, but when everyone else does not have your back, you need representation. And I also think that I also, not to kiss your ass, Voltaire, I wouldn't want to do that. But I really, after doing this series and doing other things on YouTube discussions, I really feel that you serve the country too by providing representation and defense to people that they need something, they need their time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I agree too. I second that.
But I really have an issue with people that only consider one thing is serving the country. I even think that people they got left off from Doge that worked on government programs. Yeah, there could have been bloat and waste, but there's a lot of people that did a lot of programs to help Americans. I think they're also serving this country. If you really want to think about bloat, it's the actual politicians, senators, and congressmen. Because because they just take donor money and don't do anything you want. That's the waste. All right, let's finish this out, and then if you could get AI ready.
Vigilante murder.
No.
Believe them when they tell you who they are, because this is who they are. I think this shit was a targeted assassination, and I would be shocked if it wasn't. To me, there's enough evidence to say that's Occam's razor.
Doing the Occam razor thing.
It's not Occam's razor. I don't even think it is. He's right about that.
I don't like that one. I'm still gonna watch him. It's not like the David Pakman thing where I won't even watch. I forgot to unsubscribe from David Pakman. David Pakman